People, welcome back again to another video. If you are new in this channel, this is Queen Sharon Entertainment and home of freedom fighters. If you haven't joined our family yet, join us by hitting the red button down below there on the bell notification icon, so whenever we have a new video in this same channel, you will get notified. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I love you all. So my people, I have a video here that I want you all to watch, and I myself will be watching with you in this particular video. Feel free to let me know what you think about the video after watching. Like and share this video, and I will see you guys again in my next one.
Unknown government led by unknown criminals, well, known criminals, by the way, who decided to give themselves unknown gunmen. Terrorists killing people, kidnapping people, collecting ransom in Nigeria every day like it's nothing, right? Their media and their government in Nigeria have been labeling them bandits. I don't even know how they came by that. Bandits. That used to be so old. When you talk of bandits, these are the people that will, double cross you or double cross travelers in the olden days. I'm talking about 100, 200, 300 years ago. They call them bandits. They will just attack travelers. They will rob them and do all that. Back old, but because you exhumed the ghost of Abacha by bringing back Bokwari, the lifeless mannequin inside the asshole rock. Now you have what is called the bandit for terrorists who are committing 21st century crime, terrorism. Or you have unknown government that created unknown gunmen in order to create the chaos, to set up the people of the southeast Nigeria, especially those who are dedicated Biafran, promoters. To set them up, they created unknown gunmen. Just something they did to fella when they attacked his home, his house, threw his mom from their, through the window. They threw his mom downstairs, and she died through that attack. And when they started, or when they launched a probe, they came back with a verdict. The attack was carried out by unknown gunmen, unknown soldiers, rather. You remember? Unknown soldiers. They are known. I continue to tell people that if you pay attention very well, since Bokwari came in, they have used all manner of terrorism technique to commit all different kinds of crimes. And before the crimes are committed, they have their media ready to give such criminals names in order to douse the tension. How many of you even know that despite the terrorism that has put Nigeria on the map, world map of the most terrorized country in the whole of Africa, second most terrorized people in the whole world, the second terrorist capital country of the whole world. But they have names for them. They will never come out and call them or prescribe them and call them terrorists. When these criminals kidnapped school children in Kaduna, a sheikh called Sheikh Osaman Gumi decided to mediate for them. He was able to locate them, but the Nigerian government couldn't locate them. But the irony of it all is this: whenever Gumi was going to meet the terrorists, he is always escorted by the Nigerian security agents, the police, the DSS, the military, and the rest of them, including the logistic of even visiting them provided by the governors of those states. So they just said they were bandits. And it was everywhere, telling everybody that these guys were just angry because government abandoned them. And true to it, the politicians in northern Nigeria chose never to call them terrorists. But look at the kind of gale, the kind of, happiness, joy, and seriousness they use whenever, they showcase whenever they are talking about the Yorubas, and they are talking about the Igbos, the Biafrans, and the Oduduwans. Because according to them, those who are killing children, those who are kidnapping school children, raping them, selling them off as slaves, just same old criminal habit of 300 years ago. You kidnap school children and you sold them off as slaves, sex slaves. Now, it is so comfortable for them that when these terrorists now return, as they are now returning to surrender, they are returning with young girls that they took as little girls, forced and put into family way. They return with them, and guess what? These northern criminals, these northern rogues, called their northern leaders, they were welcoming them and calling them. I mean, their media tagged it, the girls kidnapped 4 years ago, girls kidnapped 10 years ago. They have returned with their husband and their family. The terrorist that they sold her to, or the one that took her as in his own share of the booty when they were kidnapping school children. So to them, they are not terrorists. They are just some children who are just angry. And when I say the politicians don't want them labeled terrorists, I'm also talking about those who pretend to be fighting them, the Nigerian military, who are actually aiding and abetting them. And many of you know this truth already. They are in on it as well. They have their own package for the terrorists. And they ensure that they must never, ever be identified as terrorists or be acknowledged as terrorists in any of their book. So that is why it is easier for their police IG to order the killings of innocent people in Imo State yesterday. It started 2 days ago when they moved over 30 trucks of ammunition to the eastern Nigeria. I don't know why. But yesterday, in Imo State, it was another bloodbath. They were looking for the ESN member, they said. They are looking for IPOB member, they said, because according to them in their law, IPOB members are terrorists, and they are also the unknown gunmen, which they know they are unknown gunmen, but they told you they are unknown, and they said they are unknown gunmen. Suddenly, innocent people are being picked up, arrested, beaten, even killed to make that unknown gunman real. That is their government. And when somebody said some people in this government are in bed with terrorists, you know what they said they are going to do to that retired naval officer, Commodore Kunle Olawumi? First, they declared him wanted for daring to come out and said all he said. Then when they realized that that's not good for optics, it's not good for optics, so we'd rather invite him. This was somebody who was with them in the intelligence community of Nigeria up till the 2018, 2019. And rather than for the insecurity to abate, to stop, it got escalated. I mean, it became escalated, I would say. Now they are inviting him. But up north, the real terrorists who have the capacity to shoot down a jet, a fighter jet, are never going to be declared terrorists. And that was what Commodore Kunle Olawumi told us. He said the reason why they would never be designated as terrorist organization, including the Fulani terrorists, the reason why they wouldn't ever designate them as a terrorist is because they are the ones in government. A chunk part of northern Nigeria is in control and command of terrorists. I have been saying that for ages. And every day, more and more of those who knows are coming out to verify and confirm that indeed there is no reason why terrorism lasted this long in Nigeria, if not because those who brought them are now in power. I don't know how many people they have killed so far, or they killed so far in Imo State. But Hope Uzodinma, the hopeless governor of Supreme Court governor of Imo State, is so hell-bent in spilling, sacrificing, spilling the blood of his own people just to satisfy those who put him there. Innocent people. Some of them have been picked up and paraded as arrested as ESN members. Innocent people. You remember Gloria Okolie, the young lady they kidnapped, just like what happened in Imo State yesterday. That was how they kidnapped Gloria. A young lady, 21-year-old girl. They took her, they did not document her. Abakiyari, the loan collector, kidnapped an innocent girl, among other people they kidnapped. And they took her hostage for months. They turned her to house help, sex slave, to these dirty criminals wearing uniform, with their dirty uniform in that country, in the name of fighting the ESN and IPOB. The news broke and they said the police IG was going to, the police IG set up a committee to go and investigate that. The committee came back within just 3 hours and they said she is a spy girl, and with other jargons they pop up. Same way they cook up all the lies just to justify, justify their murderous campaign, and at the same time to massage the ego of a ghost, lifeless mannequin, Bokuwari. Innocent people are being subjected into this Cold War unleashed on the ethnic nationalities in Nigeria by the Fulani terrorists in government of Nigeria. Somebody told us that. Unknown gunmen, unknown soldier, unknown helicopter. Have you heard of that? Unknown helicopter. Aha. Just a few days ago, the reports came that the Nigeria gunboat, the Nigerian gun chopper, flew over the creek where civilians were traveling in a canoe, and they've opened fire on them. The numbers of people killed, we don't know yet. And when the reports came, they said it's an unknown helicopter. Unknown gunmen. Who doesn't know the gunmen, the terrorists, and the way they operate? When these terrorists first wanted to show their presence and dominance in northern Nigeria, they started attacking police stations. They were burning down police stations in northern Nigeria, in Borno in particular. At the end of the day, these politicians abandoned those communities for these terrorists for years now. There's no police station in so many parts of northern Nigeria. No, you will never see one. Katsina State governor came out and he said, out of 35 or so local government they have in Katsina State, 34 of them are in control of the terrorists as we speak right now. As the chunk and the largest part of their different local government, the communities in their different local government areas are now being controlled by terrorists. Don't call them bandits. They are not bandits. They are terrorists. Islamic terrorists. The jihadists. Hiding behind different names and the image they want you to believe. They are operating same way. Jihadists. Islamic terrorists. They've taken over almost everywhere. There's no authority in more than 2/3 of the part of northern Nigeria. Just yesterday, Sultan of Sokoto came out and he said, they are killing us. They are killing people. In fact, we buried many of our people secretly without telling the media. He said, that's the Sultan, their Sultan. He said, just this week, or well, we are now in a new week, this past week, they buried over 78 people killed by Fulani terrorists and the Boko Haram, because in Sokoto, where their Sultan they, that place, Ansaru terrorists control that place. And Ansaru terrorists have pledged their allegiance to ISIL in Syria. And now, good enough, Taliban has come back to power in Afghanistan. That is a moral booster for them, moral booster. Sultan of Sokoto said they secretly buried over 78 people, human beings, killed by terrorists because they didn't tell the media. You know why they didn't want to tell the media? It is going to look bad. This is them in power. They use all they had to bring their favorite jihadists to power. Now, the jihadist is doing exactly what a jihadi would do. So they can't complain openly. That is why they will ask you to pray. Please don't let us break up. We know that Buhari has frustrated all of you. We know that all these terrorists in government and their supporters and their promoters and everything, they have frustrated many of you to say you want to leave. Please don't leave. Please. Some of us, we can do better than Buhari. We are sorry. Okay, we are sorry. And all these things about unity begging and all of that. The reason is because they can't come out clean. Coming out clean. Will validate all our position that our continued existence with Nigeria will be at our own detriment and at our own loss. And for the sake of our own children, we should never, ever settle for less anymore. Settling for Nigeria is settling for less. You have seen it all. Why should you stay? That's why they are trying to say, well, they know that, see, apart from this jihadi thing that Boko Haram is pushing, they themselves, they know that the rogue, the lifeless mannequin, is also incompetent. Somebody that couldn't protect his own wife. How can such person protect a community? Somebody who has all that power but can't even protect his own wife against the orcs, the dragons, and the bloodsuckers that are his own disciples. Aisha had to run away from Nigeria. Who would do that? She became the Nigerian first lady in Dubai. She became the Nigerian ambassador to Dubai. And altogether, she became the wife of lifeless Boko Haram abroad. Even your president lives abroad. Your first lady lives abroad. You know why? As Aso Rock looks safe, as he feels safe from outside, they know it's not safe for them. It is a prison. And it is the more they isolate themselves, the more paranoid they will become. And as they become more paranoid, the more destructive they will do. Self-destructs. They kidnapped Boko Haram's in-law. That man is the Magaji of Daura. I don't know if that's the name they call them, Magaji. He's the leader of Daura community. Someone you can call a Bale. Chief. The head of the community. Oh boy, that man is in-law to Boko Haram. They kidnapped the guy, took him from Daura to Cameroon. Last, when they killed those they would kill around him, and they kept those they would keep, and they paid the ransom, that's how the guy came back to Katsina. Since then, the guy has managed to detach himself from Boko Haram. Like this will no fit protect anybody. To the point that Boko Haram himself ran away from Katsina. No joke, true life story. Somebody that couldn't protect his own wife, that his own children have been shuttling between Dubai and London for the past 3 years. They couldn't sleep inside the asshole rock. So some of these sultans, that is why they are now feeling like, oh boy, we don't finish them. We don't spoil. If we manage to drag the rest of Nigeria to remain as part of the northern Nigeria, we must never do this kind of mistake again of this Bokwari of a thing. But the thing is, they can go and make deal with those old losers, selfish, greedy scums, those scavengers, those pickpockets, those lazy, unproductive animals called the southern leaders that are in bed with them, telling them that, don't worry, our people just like to shout. You can make all the deal in the whole world with them. By the time the sky comes crashing, it will consume them, just same way to consume those of you from that northern Nigeria. No joke. It's coming. I can feel it. It is coming. Where everything you see now, you shall see no more. Say amen to that. I can feel it. Fraudulent people killing people to keep power that is not in any way beneficial to the same people. And if you speak up, you become the target of the organized cabal, the criminals who think that, well, the only way to keep power is to keep and maintain the strong grip and violence. And of course, don't forget, continue to weaponize poverty. That's the only way they are keeping power. Weaponize poverty, keep the violence going, do not let it stop. People are scared, people are worried. Tell them only us can protect them, even if we are the one killing them. Scary, isn't it? Yes. And not just that. A man came out to tell us what we already know. But just to validate it. And some of you are now feeling like, hey, I am hearing this for the first time. I am. And say if insecurity lasts longer than 24 hours, then the government is behind it. And say, now, Abacha daughter, get the quotes. I don't know, I've been seeing it around. And it is true. If any violence erupts anywhere or criminality goes on in any part of Nigeria, and it lasts longer than 24 hours or 48 hours, but trust me, my brothers and sisters, dear brethren, your government is behind it. The first person to tell us that was this guy.
We are just applying military force and we think we can resolve an insurgency. It's not going to happen. I've been in government. I've run a territory. And I know the amount of information I get, security reports that I get as minister. The president gets 50 times that. And I put it to you and I challenge anyone, including the DGSSS, to this. The SSS know who these insurgents are. They are not ghosts. They know them. The president knows them. And they know what to.
Thank you so much for watching that particular video. Feel free to let me know what you think about this video in the comment section below. Like and share this video, and I will see you again in my next one. Bye.